Sometimes robots are built just for fun. A few years ago, scientists at Ugobi showed us how they built Pleo, a baby dinosaur robotic toy.
Robots are used to do lots of things. Some explore space. Some build things. Some are used in places where people can't go to help us see or to fix things or to collect data. Scientists face a lot of challenges when they design and build a robot. The folks here at Ugobi created a robot called Pleo. We visited their offices to find out more.
Why did you choose a dinosaur for the design of your robot?
Well, one of the things is there aren't any baby dinosaurs running around, so we always thought it'd be really fun if you could have a little dinosaur running around your house. And so we chose the Camarasaurus because it has a nice long tail and a long neck, and they're pretty cute. And instead of building a little scale model of a dinosaur, we actually wanted to build a baby dinosaur, and this is just about the size that a Camarasaurus would be 2 weeks after hatching. So if you really could find a dinosaur egg and have it hatch, it would look like this.
How did you start?
Well, once we decided the kind of dinosaur we wanted to do, then we started doing our research and finding out all about this dinosaur. And we actually got skeletal reconstructions from the scientist, and we started measuring everything out and figuring out, okay, since we don't have spines and muscles, we have to use motors. And so we started figuring out, okay, we can put this motor here, and it's got to make this move. And we just kept working until we figured out how to get everything to fit in the space that we have. So this is what our little buddy looks like when he's without his skin. So you start to see the mechanisms. You start to see how the wires run through for him to tilt his tail. And you see his head. You see this little silver strip? That's where he senses your touch on there. And he's got another one on his chin. How his eyes open. Inside of his body, he has these little gearboxes. And each one of these little gearboxes has to be built so that it does all the things. You can see the little motor in there, right inside.
Yeah.
It's like a little motor, and then it runs all these gears. And that's how he can open his mouth and close his mouth and open his eyes. And all this has to fit inside so that it'll still look like he's supposed to look like on the outside.
Does Pleo feel his joints getting ripped like his neck?
One of the big issues is that when you put something in the physical world like this, then you start thinking about it as being real. And if you have an animal there, any kind of animal practically, except maybe a tortoise, if you touch them, they respond right away. And so that's one of the things that you come to expect. And if we don't have that response to your sense of touch, like if I touch him down here on his leg, I expect, see how he lifted his leg up, we expect him to respond. And if he didn't respond, then you'd think, well, this thing isn't alive. We wanted to make it as close to alive as we could right now. So until we get to the point where we can have sensate skin, we have right now 8 of these touch-sensitive, capacitive sensing sensors. And each one can detect the presence of a hand. It won't respond to things like a pencil. It really wants something like a hand. And so here, there's one back here. A good little Pleo. There's one up here. There's another one on the top of the head. And so if we go like this, then he'll know we're petting him because he can feel this, then this, then this. There's a capacitive sensor under his chin, so we can get that little tickle his chin. On the front of all 4 of his legs, you can see them here, and here, and here, and back here. So those are the 8 touch sensors that Pleo has to detect what you're doing there. There you go. That is one ferocious beast in his own mind.